I married a man with mules, and the first thing that I was told was that I would learn to drive mules. So I learned to drive mules. We've been married 40 years now, and I have been riding and driving mules for 40 years. I am not strong enough to even lift my body into the saddle, and I'm not strong enough to handle a mule anymore. And that's all as a result of the mesothelioma. My name is Dr. Bonnie Snyder. My connection to mesothelioma is I am a mesothelioma patient, survivor. My asbestos exposure happened when I was 16 years old. That was the first exposure. Because I wanted to go to veterinary school, I was told to get a chemistry degree, and the chemistry labs involved using heat protective equipment. All of those things were laden with asbestos. I had no idea as a 16-year-old that there was any relationship between mesothelioma and asbestos. And so I was exposed for 4 years as a chemistry major at college, and then I became a medical laboratory technician. So it was about 8 years from the ages of 16 until about 24 that I was exposed to asbestos. I found out I had mesothelioma kind of inadvertently. I had had a double mastectomy as a result of breast cancer. And the doctor wanted me to have an MRI to check to be sure that there was no recurring breast cancer. I was in the process of being treated for thyroid cancer at the time, and so the MRI was done, and a little fluid was found in the lungs, and the doctor thought I should probably have a biopsy of the lung fluid because you don't usually have that much fluid in your lungs. I started having breathing problems. My husband took me to emergency twice to have fluid taken off the chest, and he said, "That's it. You're going to do what the doctor said, and you're going to go talk to the surgeon about finding out what's going on in your chest." So that was the first point at which the fluid was actually analyzed, and I went under surgery and got the diagnosis of mesothelioma. Everybody's case is different, but until you talk to somebody who's knowledgeable about mesothelioma and the repercussions of mesothelioma, I think you haven't done your due diligence as a patient. I would say Simmons Handley Conroy is a good place to start if you have mesothelioma. I am not a litigious person. We have been, as veterinarians, we are aware of veterinarians being sued, and the more we realize that veterinarians are sued, the less I like the idea of suing somebody else. And it wasn't until I met Brett, our lawyer, who flew out to Scottsdale and sat with me and my sister while I was going through chemotherapy. And Brett was so patient and kind and understanding and thoughtful and courteous and just a nice person. And he said, "Dr. Snyder, you do realize that the companies who made the products that you worked with as a 16-year-old knew that asbestos caused mesothelioma." And I said, "No, I didn't realize that. Where's the literature to document that?" And he said, "Well, I can show you the literature," and he did. So I was essentially exposed with their knowledge, and I think that it is important for other people to realize that as well, and realize that it's an option for them to be able to at least get some financial help as they go through their mesothelioma journey. There is no way to make filing a lawsuit easy. There's no way to make mesothelioma easy. But I think that Brett and Simmons made it as easy as was humanly possible. And I truly appreciate Brett and will always appreciate Brett.